Welcome to today's project walkthrough with Mechano Max. We're looking at another innovative solution for industrial access. Like all our custom modular designs, it's focused on safety and efficiency while still being easy to install. And that's not all. There's another, less obvious benefit. One that you can't see by looking at it. And it is a game changer. And it involves this, or more accurately, less of this. How much less? A lot. Because what normally takes days, we can do in only 3 hours. That's a big deal. Why is it such a big deal? Well, let's take a look under the covers and you can see. At first glance, this work platform may not look like much. Just another piece of galvanized steel sitting out in the middle of a field somewhere. But look again. That field? It's a solar farm. And that work platform? It seems to be floating above the ground. Well, it sort of is. And it's also floating above multiple cable trays full of high voltage lines, bringing power from all of those solar panels into the inverter so it can get fed into the grid. Before this platform was installed, maintenance on the inverters was done using ladders, placed on uneven sloped gravel surfaces, making this a safety concern. Climbing up and down, frequently moving the ladders, trying to carry tools and equipment, that was unsafe and time-consuming. Working in rain and mud and snow only makes the challenge worse. Traditional welded solutions, they involve considerable cost and major delays. Like prefabricated platforms, which are engineered, fabricated, inspected, transported to the site, craned into place. Cranes and large steel platforms are difficult enough to transport. Now surround that site with solar panels, and that's even less fun. Plus, additional custom concrete pads and footings are often needed, so there's even more waiting. Then there are the weld-in-place platforms. Okay, so with this, there's no cranes, but there is a lot of waiting while it's designed, while permits are filed, specialist contractors are brought in. Cable trays and equipment need to be protected against all that cutting, welding, grinding. Then there's waiting for inspectors to come in and give the thumbs up. This is where things get really interesting. The waiting. Because the biggest cost is the amount of time that inverter has to be de-energized. And this is where Mechano Max's bolt-together modular solutions really shine. By minimizing our production downtime, we are maximizing profitability. Our solution meant that each inverter had to be de-energized for only 3 hours. 3 hours instead of days for conventional welded or prefabricated platforms. That is a really big deal. Using pre-engineered modular steel components that simply bolt together, even the most difficult and congested spaces can be transformed quickly and easily. By having everything bolt together, we eliminate all that need to cut, grind, weld, do any of that hot work on site. With no hot work, there's no risk to equipment, no hot work permit, and no welds to inspect, and minimal delays. And it doesn't end there. This innovative clamp allows Mechano Max to build even the most complicated platforms without any welding. By clamping to the steel beams of the inverter and using that to cantilever our platform, we float above all the cable trays, the gravel slopes, and the uneven ground. The modular components assemble so quickly and easily that most of the time, the work is outside the de-energized requirements. Once everyone is out of the risk zone, the inverter is back online and making power, and our install goes ahead. Cable trays are protected without the risk of hot work or impact damage, without cranes or heavy lifting, and there was never any risk to the solar panels. The solution also included stairs to make it easy to access the platform. Stairs, of course, have self-closing safety gates and make it easy to carry equipment and tools up while being completely hands-free. Walkovers are included where needed to make it easy to move over cable trays or to get at parts of the equipment. When a low ladder makes sense, it is also floated above the ground like the entire platform itself, as you can see here in this image. All the railings are removable by unbolting. When larger items or equipment or extensive repair is needed, the modular components of the platform make it simple. No cutting and rewelding, no long delays with inverters de-energized, just fast and efficient. Even the toe kicks and deck grating are removable. This is unparalleled access for your access platform. So the next time you see a steel work platform somewhere, remember, it's often what you can't see that is the real game changer. And that is why we do these walkthroughs, so you can see what others miss. I hope you've enjoyed this tour through our project. If you have questions or you'd like to ask an expert designer, head to our website at Mechano.ca, where you can get more information about all our industrial access solutions. Mechano Max, engineered by experts, assembled by anyone.